Holding on to something or someone is a complete waste of time. Not just a small distraction, but the single greatest thief of your present moment. Times you can't forget, things that identify with someone or something. Cold rain on a wet day, the crisp, cold sky brushing against your cheek, bringing you right next to them, as if you were with them. That phantom closeness, feeling their presence and the temperature of the air or the sound of a storm is the illusion that keeps you anchored to that same ghost. These associations are exactly what keeps us from doing so many things that we love. They become invisible chains, rattling every single time you try to move forward. These excuses pull us away from things that can be enjoyed as of today, as of right now, not tomorrow, not someday when you're over it. But in this exact breath, this exact heartbeat, you're choosing to pass over the possible. You have to realize how much unrealized pain there was back then. That version of the memory you're clinging on to, it's been edited, sanitized. What you've actually lived through was confusion, small humiliations, quiet loneliness, or a slow erosion of self respect. These feelings you've since painted over with just nostalgia. How much someone can remember is fascinating when they don't personally choose to remember. The mind doesn't ask permission. It resurrects what it wants, when it wants, often at like 2 a.m. in the middle of the night. We don't like the fact that our mind is choosing to remember these things at these times. So, in order to cope with that fact, we tend to morph what was remembered into something that's acceptable, comforting to say the least, to be able to not go insane, considering our mind is practically forcing this thing into our mind. It's a natural survival instinct for us to rewrite history in our brains to make it more comforting. This coping is the next best thing to psychosis, as you are genuinely warping your memories to be something that was completely not, just to stay sane. You were completely becoming the unreliable narrator of your own life story, editing the past into some sort of fantasy just because reality is too heavy to carry. It's completely unhealthy, it's corrupt, it's caused with bad intentions, it's impure. Not evil, perhaps, but certainly not innocent. This coping mechanism lies to you with a gentle smile, and the more you feed it, the more you give in to these made up fantasies. The farther gone you become, the deeper you will twist into those memories. Each time you replay the highlight reel, you bury one more ugly truth under another layer of fiction. Eventually, you won't even recognize what actually happened. And the longer you hold on to these things, the longer you are held back mentally. And if you really want to get to where you want in life, you're going to have to deal with it. Not eventually, not when it feels right. The door doesn't just open until you turn the handle, you know? The handle is your willingness to feel the real grief, not the romanticized, made up version in your head. Whether that be by openly admitting to needing help through someone professionally, or whether that be just by some healthy coping mechanism by running, journaling, or having conversations with actual people throughout, your life and throughout your everyday day. Which this is not a weakness. It's the bravest thing that we as humans have ever done and ever made for ourselves. For things be able to identify that we need help and go out and seek it in the ways that we ourselves only know what we need, right? The point of all of this is to self realize that things aren't always the way that they seem that they are, and that it really was an atrocious time back then. That the ache in your chest isn't love lost, it's relief that you never let yourself feel. You don't miss them. You don't miss the version of yourself that didn't yet know how much it hurt. And once you see that clearly, once you admit out loud or in writing, that wasn't beautiful or that was breaking, you can finally stop wasting time. You can finally just let the cold rain be cold rain. I just want you guys to realize that the past isn't always 100% right. What you feel from the past isn't always the right emotions that are proper to this moment, right? You're feeling your emotions that are right now. You're not feeling those same emotions that you remember feeling because that's a completely different time. So you need to focus on what you're feeling right now when you think about it and realize that that can be made up, that can be altered, that can be fake. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you guys have a fantastic rest of your day, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye bye.